What's going on, Creased fam? Welcome back for a brand new episode of the Creased Podcast, episode 47. Couldn't be here without y'all. Y'all chose to be here with us. Could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us. Most appreciated. My name is Casita. I am one half of the Creased Pod. I'm here with my partner in crime, Trey Treasy. What is going down, Trey?
What's up, dog? Welcome back to the best sneaker show in Texas on the planet.
Number
So
one.
we appreciate y'all tuning in again. Of course, we got a lot to talk about this week. We're gonna try to keep it a little bit shorter than usual. Try to get it down a little bit. So yeah, y'all definitely stay tuned to the end of the episode. We got a lot of stuff going on. So looking forward to being back at it.
Yeah. Nowhere else I'd rather be right now. And just like y'all, if you're watching this, please stay in the loop with us. Just don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Put this in faces that are brand new or old faces or just people who like to hear about sneakers. Um, as we do every episode, we start off with the L meter, things that we could not grab throughout this past week. Of course, the hot commodity, the Maui Wowies. Wow. Yeah, those are Gani. On the same day that those dropped, we got a surprise. LeBron James 18 low with a collaboration with Atmos. He does have another one on the way. We'll mention that in a further episode. And then Yeezy came out with the bright blue 700s. Man, yeah, there. Of course, there's a lot more going on. I think these were the three standouts of this week. Uh, yeah, how was your luck? Where'd you go?
Just like I just need one of those boards. It's just like for like a dunk contest where you just raise it up and it's just an L every time.
Mm,
I just keep going L.
mm.
L. Yeah, so for sure, Maui Wowies was the one. Like I entered probably like 20 raffles for the mugs, bro, around the entire world. So
Oh yeah.
very disappointed in not even getting close to those. I feel like the LeBron was obviously surprise dropping. Those are super hard. I think there's some stuff coming along with the other ones you were referring to. I think that we're gonna have some little bit of controversy coming up, so y'all stay tuned as he mentioned. And the bright blues, I wanted, I'm still looking for my first Adidas confirmed app
Mm.
win. So although I wasn't necessarily like loving the bright blue 700s, I do want a pair of 700s. So I went ahead and put myself in on those and went ahead and took another L. So I'm just
Like
major,
clockwork.
major, huh?
Like clockwork.
I mean, it's not even, yeah. This
You,
was one of those not fun weekends.
oh yeah, no, definitely. You didn't get the bread 350s on the confirmed app.
That was no. I got those on. I guess that was just on my laptop, just straight up on the computer. No, I didn't have the. I just recently got the new confirmed app, so yeah,
Okay.
I didn't. And then the other pair I got from a store, so no.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, L's all around. If you have any of those, please make sure to use our hashtag CreasePod. We'll be featuring you on the next episode. We'd love to feature y'all. Let's go ahead and talk about what we do got. We
Yeah,
got KOTD.
let's do it. Let's do it.
Uh,
I got you. I got you.
okay.
So,
Okay. Say less.
so I noticed a few things. I needed to step up my three stripes game out here. I see you with your Nike shirt, but I had to bring out some three stripes, man. I've been slacking on the three stripes, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring out a very simple shoe, something I just like to wear occasionally. One of my most comfortable shoes, undoubtedly, 2017 Adidas Ultra Boost 3.0. This was a maroon and black pair. Really like this shoe. Obviously, just like I said, one of the most comfortable shoes you're gonna find. Extremely easy to wear. I don't think these laces have come untied since I bought them. I just slide right in and out of these shoes. They're great. I think we mentioned on last episode we were talking about the ZX Flux and like the cap it has on the heel, and this one doesn't have it all the way around the back, so it's not as firm, but you still get that full heel support on the shoe, which is like I just find it like great when you're walking around for a long time. I wear these are like the perfect for me, like go to the zoo or go to the museum where you're about to be walking just all day and you just need something to walk in all day. So yeah, man, I really like this shoe, the Adidas 2017 Ultra Boost 3.0 in a maroon and black look here.
Those are great airport shoes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
wow. Yeah, man. The Ultra Boost is still kicking. They just recently released the 6.0. Um, and that one actually has less boost than the ones of the past.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got a good one with the 3.0.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great one. That's a
Yeah,
great
I'm
one.
not as big a fan of the newer models, not nearly as much as I'm very happy I grabbed these when I did before they started going crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Um, for me, I am gonna stay on brand. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna bust out the Air Max pre days. These are from this year. Did do a unboxing video for these as well. Let me move this back. The light's very bright, but I haven't even worn these yet. These are pretty dope. Of course, these are inspired by Daybreaks. So these have like that 1970s aesthetic to it, and they have the modern twist to it with the heel, the exposed air unit on there as well. All in all, I think the shoe's pretty dope. I can't wait to see more colorways come out for this. But I did have to grab it. I like being like a wear tester. I don't mind paying the money to be a wear tester. But this is my kick of the day. Is the Air Max Pre Day 2021.
Man, those are super sweet. Yeah. How do those ride? You wore them already?
I mean, I tried them on.
Yeah,
I try them on just to see how they feel.
of course.
They're quite light as compared to like an Air Max One, but they're still heavy by the way of appearance. So you look at them, you think they'd be like super lightweight, but they do have a little bit of weight to it. But they have all recycled materials, of course. So at least 20% to recycled material, so that makes it a little bit lighter.
Those are super fire. Yeah, I like those a lot. That color is pretty fire too. I like it. I like it a little bit more than I thought I did when I first saw it, but still looking forward to seeing more colorways on that shoe. So as always, if you like any of our stuff, make sure you drop us a little note down in the comments. And definitely, as always, hashtag CreasePod on all your picks so we can feature you on an upcoming episode. We're looking forward to doing that. So someone needs to go ahead and hashtag CreasePod on their sneaker picks because we'd be seeing them. So go ahead and do that. We can move right on into fresh out the box, our first segment of the day. Probably the biggest news in sneakers undoubtedly over this past weekend. Let's get right into it. Kobe and Nike have severed ties essentially. So Vanessa Bryant confirmed she is not going to re-sign on the Kobe line with Nike after the two parties did not come to an agreement on terms of a lifetime contract. We can get into opinions in a second. I almost just dropped my whole opinion right there, but we'll keep up some facts real quick. Mamba and the Mamacita Sports Foundation work behind the scenes to maintain Kobe's legacy by trademarking 13 designs and logos to preserve the name of potential upcoming drops. So maybe having a new Kobe Mamba line coming. That's what that means. Vanessa Bryant confirms 2 more Nike releases via her Instagram story. So we had the pop colorway on when she reported that. So looking forward to seeing the last 2 drops. And so, in your opinion, how's the perspective of Nike look as they fail to make terms with Kobe? And is this going to taint them? Is it going to haunt them in the future?
Yeah, no, undoubtedly, this is definitely going to scorn the name of Nike. I mean, as powerful as Kobe Bryant has been for that brand, and carrying them throughout his tenure, I think it was the other way around. I think Nike needed Kobe more than Kobe needed Nike. Uh, Now, I mean, I only say that with a grain of salt because I don't know how his shoes will do without Nike. It's kind of hard to do that. A lot of people have tried to do that. I mean, take a look at the big baller brand, LeVar Ball, he tried to make his own shoe without Nike or without like a major outsourcer, and his whole brand dissolved. So it will be kind of hard, but being Kobe Bryant, as famous as he is, Hall of Fame inductee this year as well, I don't think it'd be too hard for him to find success outside of the swoosh brand.
For sure. I think he's, second, if not third, in all of sneakers sales, right? Like as far as one person goes, as far as a single person goes, probably. I would assume definitely by price wise and how much they numbers wise they sell. So I think this is terrible for Nike. Obviously, this is no good here. This is nothing. Everybody was super disappointed online as soon as it dropped and everything. I think they're gonna really regret this. I think the first thing I thought of was like, damn, the last drop was the Grinches on the restock, so I thought that was very interesting. But now we got the word that we're gonna get 2 more shoes, so I think that's really cool. I think this we had this terrible after he passed, like how everything jumped up in price, and now they're not gonna make them anymore. So now they're about to go
Yeah.
double up in price. So now, I mean, good lord, if you have a pair of Kobe's right now, please just keep them. Please just enjoy them. I mean, they're never gonna come back. Like this is not gonna be a joke where they're like, we got some more Grinches. We're gonna drop them for you. Like, nah, bro, this is a wrap on some of these colors, and it's very unfortunate to see. My question, real quick though, for you is like a lifetime contract, right? I was just thinking about this, a lifetime contract. LeBron got a lifetime track contract, but he's always been with Nike. Do you
Hmm.
think maybe Nike was like, we don't want to give you a lifetime contract? One, I think because after what the Kobe 11, that main line was pretty much severed because that was his last one he played in, right? That was, I mean, he came out with the AD and all the other lines, but after the 11 is kind of where that straight line stopped. Um, so I feel like maybe with the lifetime contract, him being with Adidas and at the beginning of his career, and the new models that weren't necessarily part of a main line maybe just kind of pushed them to be like, we're going to have to commit money to Zion or whoever they plan on doing that to.
I mean, that's honestly not fair to say because what he did under the swoosh versus what he did for Adidas. I mean,
Mhm.
he took a year off. He was in free agency. He was rocking Reeboks. He was rocking Adidas, Nikes, Jordans. He was rocking anything he can honestly get his hands on.
Mhm.
And I think he's by far had a longer tenure with Nike,
Right.
and he introduced new technologies with his sneakers as they were unveiling. So I don't think it's fair to say that because he switched from Adidas to Nike that he can no longer be a Nike lifer like LeBron is.
Right.
Um,
I think, and my point is not that he didn't deserve it. It's just that I'm trying to look at the reason why they would think why not give him a lifetime.
okay, well, under like further speculation, I think Vanessa had expressed that she wants Kobe's to be readily available
Yeah.
for consumers, for Kobe fans.
Yeah.
And people are like, okay, well, she wants to brick Kobe's. She wants Kobe's to be bricks, and she's gonna drive Nike's bottom dollar down. So Nike wanted them to stay exclusive and keep the dollar high, but Vanessa was like, no, keep them on shelves, let people buy them whenever they need them, and that's where they couldn't find the middle ground on that.
So,
So
yeah, no, that's very plausible. That seems probably the most reasonable thought behind it for sure, I would think. But so do you think that the Mamba and Mambasita Sports Foundation, do you think any of these lines could ever stand up to anything that he's ever put up in the past?
they could, I think they can give him a run for their money. I mean, Kobe was beyond basketball. People apply his mantras, people apply his way of thinking to everything they do in their everyday life. Have it be karate all the way to water volleyball or what
Yeah.
have you, be an Olympian. It don't matter. Like a lot of people, having the mama mentality is just something that's within you. So I
Yeah.
don't see it being out of the reach of those who expect a Nike quality product to come out of the Mamacita Sport Foundation. If anything, you may see somebody from Nike leave train and go on that side. And a
Yeah.
lot of people also speculating that, with Kobe week coming up, Mamba week coming up in August, they may just resign. They may find an agreement, and they may be able to resign and
Yeah.
unload a bunch of kicks. There were six potentials coming out, but now we're only down to two.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think that's a big one. I don't think that anything could ever come up close to that. I think it would be really hard to get that off the ground. I think not hard to get it off the ground, just hard to keep it running without him, man. It makes me weary on some of the stuff they've been putting out as far as the AD line, as far as making it like there's the hype behind it, right? Like if you love Kobe and you're willing to go buy the ADs and hooping them and you love him like that, then by all means, like do that for sure. But um, you're not going to see the Grinches. I don't see anything reaching up that kind of hype level from a different brand. However, I do think he's probably undoubtedly he was working on this for years and years and years. So this is, like you said, people from Nike are going to jump over it. Those people have already been putting their ear in on this. They've already been talking to Kobe about what he needed to do and how this is going to work and all that stuff. So I don't think it's anything. I think it's been in the works, and I think it's very planned out already. And I really hope it goes well for them, because there's not much more than any of us in the sports world want to see than the Mamba Foundation go super hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Hats off to Vanessa for keeping the name alive. While we're still talking about LA, LA based company Union, they're turning 30 this year. They had a great success last year with their rollout of the two Jordan 4s, the Off Noir and the Guava Ice. Of course, at first glance, a lot of people did not like them. And then, as the rollout was happening, a lot of people changed their mind. Uh, this year, they are going to release two more. They plan on revisiting the Air Jordan 4 again, this time in a desert moss colorway that has a turquoise fury branding sock liner and a dark iris ankle quarter paneling. And then there's a top haze colorway coming out with blue fury eyelets and branding, as well as khaki and Roma green accents. So these are expected to release during the summer of 2021 for $225, just like the last ones. How do you think these fare up against the last drop?
Ooh, how they pair up against the last drop. The last drop was better.
Yes.
I dogged them because I thought that using the bread type of colorway was kind of a chicken way out of using that, but I guess they flipped it their own way and they added some other stuff to it, so it is what it is. But the desert moss on this collection here, I think matches well with some of the the wild turquoise blue and the Furies and stuff you were saying a minute ago. I think it matches better with those. I don't think the top haze looks terrible. I think these are going to come on beautifully. I think people are going to love these by the time they come out. If you don't love them now, I think I was not against the guava when it first came out. I was more of a hater against the off noir just because I was like, I don't really like how they're flipping a classic for me. But um, I think these are both going to come along good, and I don't. They're gonna. I mean, it's gonna be mass hysteria as usual when these come out. So, looking forward to taking my usual weekly L's on these.
Hopefully not, man. I know. Apparently, that drop wasn't that bad to pick up on. You just had to be in the right place at the right time, with, I guess, a decent internet connection. For me, I don't like either one of these, to be quite honest. I think these two make the first two look way better.
Yeah.
And if I had to choose between the first and second, of course I go first, and the off noir were probably the bangers. Those ones look way better. If I have to choose one out for this new drop, I'm honestly gonna go with the desert moss. I think like the muted all the way through looks a little bit more complete versus the sporadic colorways of the top haze. I think the top haze Jordan 4s that Jordan brand released were great, but this top haze is not that great. But shout out
Yeah,
Union, 30 years of game, that's
yeah,
hard to do.
yeah. Them boys are on sneakers every week, and they're getting interviews everywhere, left and right. So yeah, they're doing it big. We only hope to have success as long as they did. So yeah, big shout out to them for their 30th anniversary over at Union. And just to mention, guavas are my favorite pair. I don't.
Wow.
Wow, didn't see
I
that
would
coming.
take the guavas in the deltas or the
Okay,
092s, but
okay.
not the fours.
All right, moving on. We're getting to our last, finish it up out of fresh out the box. Yeezy, the Yeezy Quantum Onyx, an all black Yeezy Quantum set for September. Also, we're gonna have a foam runner. I know y'all saw this one. If you missed this one, you just late already, and it's only been a couple days. But yeah, the red October foam runner is here, or is gonna be here after a few subpar releases of the Yeezy Quantum and the Sealed Seal and the Frozen Blue colorways. Yeezy is back for an all black iteration of the Yeezy Quantums. Very dope. I think it looks really good. The foam runner, on the other hand, as we talked about, is going to be another crazy, 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 crazy. Everybody's going to go nuts for these. Takes on the prized Kanye colorway, Red October, and it is, of course, expected in none other than the month of October. What do you think about these, bro?
I'm a big foam runner fan, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I will naturally try to go for these.
Oh,
I'm not a big all red fan.
Fair.
So I would try to trade up, see if I can maybe do a 2-for-1, just depending on how the hype is. But yeah, the foam runners have to come home. As for the quantums,
Yeah.
those have kind of like just fallen off for me
Mhm.
altogether. Um, I'm not mad at them, just like considering how the Frozen Blues sat, which other ones sat? I think the
Oh,
bariums, they sat for a little bit too, like for like 2 days they sat, like you could have walked in and got a pair. So, just considering that, it's always going to be wear what you like, but I don't think those are something that I desire anymore. The foam runners is definitely right up there. So.
yeah, no, I don't think I ever like desired the quantum basketball shoe. I mean, nothing other than to hoop in it, to play basketball in it, because that's what it looked like to me. The all black is a referee shoe, is for your super stylish referee friends that hoop in that referee your YMCA games on Thursday nights. This is
Crazy.
for them. But yeah, no, I think the foam runner is going to go crazy. I'm very, very much looking forward to getting a pair of those. Also, not an all red guy, but I wear a lot of red just because I have it in my wardrobe. So wouldn't hurt to have these. I'd love to, walk over to HEB in these every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Yeah, turn up. So do you think they should stick to the 350s and 700s, or you think they should kind of move on to some of these new models, new formulas and stuff they got going on?
Um, 450s. I,
Yeah.
I like the 450s. Those are pretty decent. I think the 350 is dead. It has been beat to shreds. It don't matter who. I think they have some new kind of iterations coming out in the 350s, which I'm just not excited for.
It's
Uh,
oversaturated.
Oversaturated at this point. More 700s. I would not be mad at more 700s.
Same, same.
But it has to be past the version 1 now. I love the version 1.
Yeah.
After this restock of the OG, they should stop touching the version 1
Okay.
700.
Yeah.
Uh,
That'd be a good. I think that'd be a good
yeah,
plan.
version 3 has now grown on me. I like the version 3s a lot. I think they're a pretty decent shoe.
Mhm.
I'd like to see more colorways in that. Yeah, but yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, I prefer to see more 700 colorways. I think the foam runner will eventually reach its course where it will be steadily available for everybody. Just
Mm,
like Kanye said, he wants it in the hands of everybody. So I think these are going to be one of those.
yeah, I mean that was definitely always his goal, his whole idea with this whole thing. What is it? The 500s, the salts are
Hmm.
really those are pretty fire. I like those. I've been looking at those a lot on like Goat and stuff. So yeah, I agree though. I think 300, 350 is done. And then you go ahead and put that one in his coffin, and I'm good on it, bro. I'm be honest with you, I've only owned like one or a couple pairs, but like not just like I'm done with seeing them in my life, like just done seeing them everywhere, done seeing every single person rock them, just like over it right now. So yeah, bro, that's it. That's all I got on that.
Yeah, so that wraps up fresh out the box. Headed right into order confirm. We're staying with Yeezy. Now this is something to talk about. The Yeezy slide is released. It released this past Monday for $60 a piece. As y'all know, the resale on those are going to be crazy.
No,
Uh, so they released 3 colorways, and it's a 3-pack. So they have the core, the pure, and the resin. Um, the core is like a terracotta brown, like a super
yeah,
dark, rich mahogany brown, and then all the way to like a darker golden harvest with the resin, and then it's just a spectrum of that in between.
yeah.
Um, do you like any of these? I mean, are the Yeezy slides the new Benassis, or is it just like a Benassi forever type of thing?
No, I need all three of these for sure. No, it's these are coming for Benassi's head.
Wow.
No, I think Benassis are always going to be there because you could walk into Academy right now and you're going to find 1,000 pairs for $25, and so Benassis are always going to be around. Um, this slide is amazing, though. It looks great. I think it's probably the most comfortable looking slide there is. It looks, Croc level comfy, and I don't own any Crocs. I think between the three of these, I like the Pure a lot. I like the lighter colorway, to be honest. All three of them are dope. I'm looking forward to owning any of these, to be honest. I've looked to try to own some of these already, but like you said, the resale is absolutely ridiculous for a $60 slide. But yeah, I would take any three of these. I think the Pure is currently my favorite. All of the colorways are better than the Benassis.
Mm,
That's just, yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
I do also like the Piers as well. I wouldn't be mad at any pair, honestly. I think they all go hard. Pure resin core for me. I think this, like you said, is the future of slides. The egg kind of shape that it produces is way beyond its future, or way beyond its like it's past its time right now. I think it's too ahead of the future right now. It provides comfort. It also aesthetically looks pleasing as well. I think these are the shape of new designers slides, to say the least.
Yeah.
So, but I will never pay resale for these. So, uh, yeah. Next up, releasing today via the sneakers app draw is the Air Jordan 4 UNC or University Blues. As you know, it's an ode to Jordan's alma mater, on one of Jordan's most praised sneakers of all time. You know, it's the University Blue suede upper. They have the speckled midsole, the speckled wing, speckled back tab on like gray with black speckles, and then a black outsole and black eyelets. The nice feature about this is the tongue tag. It has a little jersey tag on there. Makes it look super collegiate, makes it look super sporty. So, what's your take on these?
Mm. Being a proud member of the Jordan 4 whore family, it hurts me to say that I do not fuck with these. Yeah, I know. And I like these colors. These are all good colors for a shoe. I think there's two things. The speckle is gray. Well, it's supposed to be black. that I don't like. I think it is just missing. It's hiding that, and it would look super hard in black. Um, and the netting on the side of the shoe, and it's just because I've been looking at more and more pictures of them, I think. But the netting on the side of the shoe, the light blue, I don't know if it's because it's the plastic sitting next to the suede, but the light blues don't match. They're just
I think it's just bad pictures, but
it might be. I mean, I'm looking on the sneakers app and I'm like, these don't match. And so I don't know, man. That's just my take on it. As far as the tongue tag goes, I was not a fan of it at first. I'm a big jersey guy, as y'all know. I wear jerseys on here all the time. So I don't really see I mean, trying to be like cool with it, I guess, but they could have done the jersey tag better if you're going to put it somewhere. I didn't like it on the tongue, but it is what it is. And yeah, I'm not worried about these, to be honest with you. I'd be big gifts and donations energy on these, but not tripping on these.
gifts and donations are always accepted. I will put my best foot forward and try to get these. Of course, I will not cry crocodile tears if I lose these. Um, I think they use the colors correctly. I'm just not a big fan of speckle.
Mm.
Just yeah, I don't think the shoe called for a speckle. They should have, of course, this is the takedown model of the actual UNC, like missing all the insignia, like putting a
Mm.
Tar Heel on there.
Yeah.
Uh, that would have been way better, but
Yeah.
of course we're gonna take what we can get.
Still waiting on that UH pair.
Yeah, the U of H pair, get rid of the Oklahoma pair. Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah, these honestly would stay in the box for me until I visit Chapel Hill, and then I can wear them on campus. But I think these are not to and I can wear it with my Cormo tat. These are not to be messed with though. I think these will look great in the future. I think they would be one of those prized possessions to own. And that wraps up order confirmed. So your order is officially being confirmed. Trey, take us right into tracking order.
All right. So we got a big tracking order this week. We can get through real quick. So tracking order coming up this upcoming week on the 29th for $130. Going to start off just an array of shoes that we got going on here. But Nike Air Force One, this is going to be the Acorn. So originally released in 2002 as a B grade model. This is now the big return of the Acorn. So draped in all like again, fall time colors here in the spring/summer. So is what it is. But yeah, draped in fall time colors on these. There's a buttery brown leather on the overlays and the tan canvas woven paneling throughout the middles and stuff. So it does kind of give you like a, I don't want to say, it kind of gives me a hemp look, to be honest with you, kind of like a hemp look in the middle there. It's got a chocolate brown sock liner and outsole underneath and white outsole underneath the white midsole. So again, those come out on the 29th for $130. And yeah, I like the fall colorways on these. Obviously, an interesting time of the year, but these are going to be bangers later this year.
Yeah. No, these are great to bring back around. Definitely brings you back to that early 2000s type of feel. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, this is before I used to get money. I always get money, but now this is before I could afford shoes that I actually wanted. But I think this is a great jog down memory lane to bring these back out. I think the early 2000s was a great time for Nike, and I think this would be an excellent shoe to bring right back around. Of course,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to wait a little bit to wear them because those colors are not significant during this time of the year. But I would definitely be trying to get these. I think they look fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, this is another shoe where the Cormos have, but like this is when you said buttery, this like when I look at this leather on this shoe, buttery is what I see. Like this looks like so clean, and yeah, I would very much look forward to wearing this later this year. Not like I mentioned the hemp panels.
Mhm.
Huge fan of that like canvas grain look, to be honest with you, but on this shoe it works with the dark brown sock liner and stuff like that. So yeah, not mad at these at all, and looking forward to an Air Force One, which is not something I can say too often. So
Hey, y'all quote that man because those forces no more.
there's a couple, bro. There's a couple out there in the world that I check up on every now and then just in case they fall into my lap. So you'll see me one day, kicks of the day. I pulled out one actually. I pulled out one. I pulled out
The Stoozies, yes, you pulled out the Stoozies.
one. Got one pair.
Okay. All
We
right.
could, yeah, move into the next one. So the Nike Plant Dye Pack. All right. So on the 29th, for anywhere ranging starting at $110 to $180, gonna be one of Nike's largest drops that we've seen in a long time. And they drop some big drops. So it's going to feature 5 total models: the Nike Blazer, Nike Air Force One, the Air Max 95, Air Max 97, and the Daybreak, as Casita kind of showed us earlier with his kicks of the day. Each model will have at least 3 different colorways. This is based on the world's most commonly used plants, including indigo. What are we going with?
Catachu.
Catechu, pomegranate, and cork. So each shoe sports canvas branding throughout panels and scientific facts on the tongues and stuff. They have the plants right along on the tongue, so you can't miss that. It's really cool. All the embroidery on it makes it look very just classy. It gives it all a classy look. So any of these stand out to you? Anything that you must have in your collection?
Yeah, there's a few of them.
Okay. Okay.
I think the Air Force One Indigos they have to come home. So do the Indigos for the Blazers. I think the Blazers are just fantastic. Um, man, I mean, there's so many. There's so many in this particular pack
It's ridiculous.
that it's really hard to just choose one thing that you need. I mean, I think they also have one that the chateaus, like it's chateau, no, Catachu. The
Catechu. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Catachu ones that have like that clayish kind of color to it.
Okay.
Uh, I think they look great on the. I think the Blazers are the winner of this entire pack because they all look the best on the Blazer with like that embroidered plant going
Yeah.
across it. Yeah, I think those look the best. The Forces have the embroidery on the tongue,
Yeah.
um, but I think the Blazer is the winner, honestly.
Right, right. So, first thing, I just have a question, and maybe I don't know my plants like this, but on the tongues they all say FIG,
Figure,
figure. So it's
figure.
like I noticed on one of it said figure 6 cork.
Hmm.
So are they just saying this is plant number 6 cork?
Yeah. It's basically like a. So even with each one of the shoes, they have the panel. Most of them are on the back tab, but some of them are on the tongue.
Right,
On the back tab for like the Blazers, especially, they have like the scientific facts about
right.
it. They have like where it's grown. They have the Latin name for it that they'll say in like a laboratory about it. So which makes it pretty cool in my opinion. I like that type
Yeah,
of nerdy type of things.
The
So
details are great. Yeah, the
yeah,
details are great, and my bad. The details are great, and I just didn't know if like Nike was numbering them 1 through 6 as like these are our plant number ones, these are our plant number two, or if that was like a full on cork goes by this in the plant world. So that's
oh,
what I was caught up on. However, my two favorites, I will say the Catachu Daybreak
wow.
is got to be one of the top shoes I think for women. I think that is a great, great, great unisex shoe. I think women would look great in that shoe. Overall, I'll tell you my favorite model, no doubt about it, and I'll be real quick on this. The Air Max 97, all the colorways on this color on the shoe look fantastic. The cork, the it's listed. I think as we were talking about, the coconut milk is the colorway, so it's like the white version of the cork Air
Mhm.
Max 97.
Fire.
Find that in my closet soon.
Yes, touchdown. Yeah, these are a part of Nike's Plant Diet Pack. Be on the lookout for this. As always, everything is tentative. As y'all seen in the past week or so, Nike has moved around a lot of their release dates, and you just got to keep an eye on it.
You know,
Uh,
you know how they do it.
Hopefully, they don't drop the ball on this release. Man, I've just been waiting to talk about these for so long. This is the Sakai Nike Vapor Waffle Dark Iris and Sesame drop. Set to release on the 29th for $180 a piece via the sneakers app. This is the third time around that Nike's dropped these Vapor Waffles with a collaboration with Sakai. As they did the Sport Royals, they did the black and whites. The second drop, they did the green and yellows, like the Brazils, and then they did the villain red and the string greens. Now this time around, they have the nylon uppers opposed to the mesh uppers. I mean, come on. Honestly, I really love the nylon uppers. I think the nylon uppers make the shoe way better. The filled in portions just help the shoe look more complete, in my opinion. I think it's easy enough to say the sesames are the best out of the both of these. So
But the question is, are they better than the four that have already come out?
yes,
Ooh, I didn't see that coming though.
I think the
Expected you to say
sesames.
Sesame for this one, but not better than all of them.
I think the sesames have been the best release so far. Second best would be the Sport Royals. I still think the Sport Royals were probably one of the best releases. Then the green and yellows, black and whites, and then villains. But I think both of the nylon uppers are better. I even found myself wearing the all white nylon LDV waffle racers. I wear those more than I wear the red and blue
Oh yeah,
mesh ones.
right,
Yeah.
right. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, y'all don't want to hear my order of them, but
Go
those
ahead,
don't be.
go ahead and mess them up, Trey. Yeah, get get flagged on
Where would you
Twitter real quick. Get flagged on Twitter. Go ahead.
where would you put the dark irises though? Are they at the bottom?
Man, I don't know. It's hard to say with the dark irises because I particularly would not put those two colors together. Orange, yeah, orange. Is it orange and purple? Yeah, I'm not putting those two together. Um, so I mean they fall in the middle only because the upper is nylon and it completes the shoe better in my opinion.
Yeah. That's fair. I like the differences on this drop for this pack, this two pack here. I like that you get like a really dark purple shoe, and then you get this really creamy sesame shoe that looks really dope too. I think it's just a really good contrast between the drop. Um, my favorite shoe out of all six, and I ain't even it's the one you got. It's the villain red, bro. And that shoe to me still,
Mhm.
I'm just like, man, that is so money. And my least favorite shoe out of all these is the green and yellow from the second drop. So that was and to that point, those were two alike for me, so I didn't like them as much. So this drop I think was as a better drop. Whether you like one or the other, I think it's gonna lean. I think people will lean more towards one or the other. Whereas for that second drop, people just liked them both, and they just went for them both. In my opinion. So
I feel that. I can totally understand that. I think more people liked the black and white and the Sport Royals because they were the first drop, and
probably, yeah.
it didn't matter which way you swayed. But I feel like more people like the sesames over the dark irises. And
Probably.
yeah,
Time of year. Time of year.
yeah, time of year. I will trade. I will be very open for a trade just to get the sesames.
If this was October, it'd be a different story.
No, no, I don't need those purple shoes, man. Aquas are the only purple shoes you ever need.
Oh, Lord.
And grape fives. And
Okay.
that's it.
There's a list. No, you're lying. There's a whole bunch of them.
That's it. That's it. Um, that has been episode 47 of the Creased podcast. If you made it to this portion of the video, that means that we love you, we respect you, we appreciate you. We could not do this without you. If you haven't already yet, go ahead and like, subscribe, share, comment, put this in the faces of new people, and keep watching us and stay locked in for more updates as you continue following this journey with us. Go ahead, Trey. What you got for the people?
Really appreciate it. No, as always, like you said, just appreciate y'all tuning in. Love being back, episode 47, rounding out our top 50 here. So really looking forward to getting some more stuff on Instagram and stuff. So y'all stay tuned. Again, make sure y'all go hit them pictures with hashtag CreasedPod. Looking forward to even seeing your university blue fours that everybody's gonna have, but still hashtag those with CreasedPod anyways. So yeah, looking forward to seeing y'all coming up soon for sure.
Way better than those Raging Bull fives. But until next time, ain't no half stepping around here. So we will catch y'all for episode 48 in due time. Until then, peace.
Peace.